Welcome back to another episode of What If Civilization Started Over Again. So, last episode we had this purple country setting up its colonies over in the Caribbean islands, and there a ship going all the way to Africa, it looks like, and people in this red country moving down, finding more land, making their own country right here. And then they just set off sail to find a cooler place. We're going to figure out where both of those guys go. So this ship starts to go here, about to land somewhere, into a huge storm, kicks their boat this way. And then they start turning back again, and they land right here. So they were supposed to land in Africa, but they landed in Spain. Portugal and stuff. So they find land here, and they're not going to stop finding land. There's nothing for them to do. They're just going to keep going on, and they're just going to keep going on and on and on until we have people in this place deciding, hey, we don't want you to take our land. So we're going to become our own country. Right here we have the first country in Europe. Our first country in Europe, which is almost all the land they discovered, is all a country now. So they decided quickly to make a colony or go home. So they made all of this a colony just so no one else could get it. And they started to expand their colony. Soon they're going to break the colony up, but they just had to make it a little bit bigger. So we have the first people over in Europe for the first time. And then the first country in Europe and the first colony in Europe. People are now expanding into Spain. And the world map looks like you see all of the colorful countries, and then the whiteness. This gray is not, they can't see this gray. They have not discovered all this gray yet. So they haven't even barely discovered any of the United States, any of Mexico, none of South America, none of Africa, a little bit of Europe, none of Asia or any of these, none of Canada. So they're just waiting and waiting for something to happen. And after the purple country figured out that this is a big piece of land somewhere else, they got excited. But let's stop over here and let's go back to this ship which was sailing for a long time, and which is now on the other side of the earth, up here, and is traveling this way. And landed right there. They said they didn't like the hotness there. Well, they definitely won't like it up here either, because that's a little bit cold. No offense to Canadians, I'm just saying, it's a little bit cold up in this area. So I need to go get their color. I don't know what their color is. So they will start to take some land and make it their country I don't know what to call it. A country, a cold warmth country, a warmth cold country that's cold and warm at the same time. I don't know. I need to color that in. I don't need that anymore. We don't need that anymore, and we don't need that anymore. So with them up here, they're just going through the coldness of Canada, and they don't like it. They like their warmness better. So after a little while, they did a little bit more, and they left. They left all the people there. They left every person. They took all their military out and brung it back here. So every single person in that land, I would probably say about 20, 30,000 people are stranded. They don't have help. They were going to try to help them, but they did not know how cold it was. So those people will decide, hey, let's rise up. Rise like today, I'll rise. I'm sorry. But they make their own country. They rise up against the green government and make their own country. And we have the first country up in Canada. The first country up here in this area of the world, the cold area of the world. So, yeah. It's not going to do that much. It's probably less stable than the blue country right now. Way less stable than the blue country. And like I was saying last episode, the election was going to happen this episode. Well, it is. And this is episode 3. So they had elected a new person, and that new person the person that got elected, he said that in one of his pep rallies, he said he wanted to make Blue Country great again, expand our land, but first off, we have to fix our economy. And he says this alliance is not going to fix our country. This alliance is just going to give away our country and give away our money even more than it was getting given away. So they were like, this is not an updated version of the map because that up here ain't done, because it's just not an updated version, because I only update it every episode, so it's just going to be right here for a second. So they said, let's kick ourselves out. We don't need to be in here. And that kind of strands these two. They are just like together, long lost friends doing nothing. No point of being in there. So this economic alliance has already failed, and it barely even have happened. I need this color. It failed already, so that's sad, isn't it? Yeah, it should be for all of the blue country, because the old president, because now it's failed already. So the blue country, after that happened, it did not do that great. But the president did not care, because they decided, hey, we're out of that thing now, let's go get some of our land. And they started to collect these really fast. And that's like, they sneaked into the purple country and looked through some files, figured out that they need to send ships the way that they sent their ships. So now we're going to have another ship route going to Europe. And going back over here, we have that colony that they have is breaking up, like I said it would. It is now breaking up into different colonies. Whoopsie, something bad happened. Something really bad happened. They made a kind of a mistake, because this country, when these colonies became different colonies, like they just became different and broke up into different colonies, not a huge one, this purple country up here kind of helped all of them get independence. And now all of them are a country. And yeah, I really need to update this map. So 1 second while I update this map. Alrighty, I am back in the alliances map thing. So this purple country here decides to make its alliance. It's a alliance, and they did it because they want to be close to all of these guys. So, oh my gosh. Just need number 2. Okay, so they made the Circle Alliance. Anybody who tries to invade these guys, everybody goes against that country. So, there's this. Uh-oh, how do I touch that? I don't know how to touch. How do I mess with this? Can someone tell me in the comments how do I do this? How do I move it? Like, it doesn't, can I just like press? No, I don't know why. Okay, so that. Where should I put it? There's like no room to put it in this country. It's so tiny. Okay, that's good enough. There's this, move that. There's this, move that. There's this, move this. There's this, move this. Okay, so there's a huge alliance. What's that? An alliance over here. And there's still a lot of the world to discover. And the rest of the world to discover will be in the next episode. So, I'll see all you guys in the next episode. And be respectful, be responsible, be safe, and have a great day. Bye.